I appreciate y'all being here. Really quickly, as we do every Thursday morning, the point is to identify solutions and service providers in the community that are doing things that our community needs. So there are a lot of solutions, services, and expertise in and around the community that the community doesn't know about. So we want to be the bridge, Thursday morning breakfast. We want to be the bridge between the two to let our people know that what you're going through, what you need, what could help you, it may already exist. You just don't know about it, which is why we're here. So this morning we're going to have an awesome speaker, Brother Douglas Milsaps, who has invented, is an entrepreneur, who's invented an awesome device, and we just got finished talking about what it can be used for, I don't know, in 5 or 6 different markets. So it's a phenomenal thing that can be huge if we simply get around it, support him and what he's trying to do and the efforts that he has put forth. So I'm going to read the brother's bio, then I'm going to turn it over, then he's going to do his thing. So Douglas, what branch of Army? Okay. Douglas J. Milsaps is a U.S. Army veteran. Congratulations.
Thanks.
I guess. I was in the Army too, so I get it.
Okay.
from Charleston, Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm from South Carolina. Who moved to the Houston Metroplex 15 years ago. His schooling includes an MBA degree with a major in corporate finance. Amen. From the National American University. Doug's career includes a successful real estate business yielding millions per year. Now he is an entrepreneur, federal contractor, and CEO of Quality One Designs, LLC, and the inventor of a revolutionary safety device that is taking the security industry by storm. So with that, we're going to introduce Brother Doug Milsaps, and he's going to come to his stage. All right.
Thank you very much for having me here, and everyone who showed up and those who are listening online. Again, my name is Doug Milsaps, owner, operator, Quality One Designs. Came about through years of experience in the real estate industry, in the housing market. A lot of bad scenarios that I've heard about when it comes to home safety and home security. So God has given me a revolutionary idea that I would like to share with everyone. And just before I do that, I want to kind of give you a little backstory, backdrop on a few things that'll help bring you up to speed. And if you got TV or any kind of media, I'm quite sure you guys are all aware of the Breonna Taylor tragedy and what happened. I mean, this 26-year-old young technician's sister was asleep in her home when the cops just raided her home and didn't kill the bad guy, or allegedly that was there, but ended up killing her. What was worse behind all of that was those cops were acquitted. More than that, the judge said that her boyfriend was the reason she got killed and not the illegal acts that the cops did. And that's just one thing that triggered me really hard. Another story was Amir Locke. You may have heard of his story as well. A little 22-year-old young brother spending the night at his friend's place. And he was licensed to carry. Squeaky clean record, the whole 9. They busted in his apartment, in his friend's apartment in the middle of the night, and less than 9 seconds he was dead. They don't ask no questions. They don't give you no warning. These people just break into your home and do whatever, right? And the sad thing about that is the unspoken statistics that happens with home burglaries and home crimes, okay? They're not being reported for the most part. One bad thing that we have in this country is called no-knock raids, and there's only 4 states that don't authorize this violent thing. But nonetheless, once that order is signed by any judge, the cops can come and ram your home and do whatever by force, okay? With no warning whatsoever. And every year, anywhere between 20 and 80,000 of these happen, and they're mostly directed toward us, okay? You get left with the death, the aftermath, the kids, the dogs. They destroy everything, the property, and then you got to go get Attorney Crump and try to fight for some justice, okay? There's simple solutions to that. And the bad part about this whole scenario is people are scared to talk about it. So over 83% of all home crimes happen through that front and back door. We're aware of this. Over 38% of all assaults happen in the home, okay? 6 out of 10 every burglaries, the homeowners either knew that person or they seen him before. A lot of people don't know that, okay? So we hope and pray that we're in the right zip codes. Well, you know as well as I know that you can have all the security measurements in the world, but if you're in the wrong zip code, they show up when they get to show up. Only ADT has a top tier 1 response priority within 8 to 10, 12 minutes that they'll be there, but everybody else has up to 2 hours to show up, okay? And again, even with ADT, it depends on what zip code that you're in, whether the cops are gonna break their neck to get over there to save you or not. So I asked God to give me a preemptive strike to that, okay? How can we nip this in the bud before it even takes place and goes home? And this pondered with me for years, and he showed me the commercial locks at banks. They're big, huge magnetic locks that you see at pawn shops and banks, if you will. And once they push that button, it just takes an act of Congress to breach that door. And he said, Doug, just make a smaller one for the residential home and make it easy to use. Okay. So that's where I got the idea for the magnetic base lock. And a little preparation and studying, if you will, I created this special lock that with the click of a key fob, for any residential door, you have 600 pounds of magnetic resistance at the base of your door. Now, the key behind that is a couple key things. That's the fact that it's hidden. No one knows it's there. Only you do, okay? And another thing is, all the cops, Pookie and Ray Ray, all the bad guys, when they come to your house, they're pounding at your center locks, right? And it takes the average man 6 feet, 200 pounds before he compromises that door with a couple kicks. Yeah. But what they don't know is you're gonna put this 600-pound magnetic base lock at the base of your door, and they can kick all that they want, okay? And with that discovery and learning how to apply it, well, it's gonna serve a litany of purposes, okay? A litany of things that it can do to stop these things from happening. For one, you control the access to your home, okay? Who goes in and out. It stops the larcenies, it stops the burglaries, if you will, and it stops people from leaving kids running in and out of your house in the middle of the night. Yeah, they got little chimes on the doors, but that don't stop that kid from going in and out. Okay. Another great purpose behind this thing is you may have Alzheimer, dementia, or autistic family members. And this has happened in my family. You wake up in the middle of the night and grandpops is gone. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So, but for them to have some kind of issue going on, they still figure out how to unlock that door and get out, right? Well, you hide this little key fob in your bedroom after you turn that lock on, they're not getting out, okay? So that serves as a huge benefit. Another huge benefit that it can serve toward is safe rooms. Someone comes after you, you're racing to the door. You see it all the time in the movies. The bad guy's always chasing the girl, and soon as she gets in and closes the door, what do? Boom, he kicks the door in. Well, she hits it 5 seconds before she goes in. She hit a split second. As soon as she goes in and closes the door, he can kick all he wants. It's going to throw him back, okay? And that serves as a huge deterrent, but we got to put it in place, okay? We love ideas. We love all kind of frivolous stuff to buy out there. None of that stuff is saving your life. None of that stuff is giving you a peace of mind. But with this product here, once we professionally install it for you, you don't have to worry about being asleep at night and someone breaching your home. And another key thing about that is, yes, law enforcement have very powerful battering rams, okay? And it usually just take 1 or 2 taps at those center locks. But if they don't know that you have that 600-pound lock down at the bottom, that's gonna give you some time to wake up and respond. Right. So everybody says, well, I got a gun and I sleep with my gun and I'm strapped. Well, most people are not natural born killers like other people. Yep. Most people ain't gonna wake up and load their gun and be ready to catch someone coming through their door. And there's the element of surprise. The bad guys already got planned what they're gonna do as soon as they breach your door. You're waking up from a deep slumber. You need time. This lock provides that. That makes it worth its weight in gold there, okay? And the other thing is, again, it's portable. So I've even helped out people with apartments. that, hey, once you leave, we just put that same little piece of trim right back in place and make it look normal. So you can't use that as an excuse. I've had property owners say, hey, the cops won't like that. Hey, the apartment owners don't like that. I said, well, hey, are any of them going to show up in the middle of the night when the door get kicked in and the person gets violated, okay? And then one client went on to say, well, my husband is 6'6" and 250 pounds and blah, 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 blah. He got me. I said, well, what happens when he's out of town? Okay? Wouldn't he like something like this protecting you in his absence? So it serves a lot of purposes as opposed to sitting back saying, no, I don't want to invest in this product. Well, it's hard to raise awareness, especially in our community and in this world, and that's why I want to thank this brother here for giving me a chance to put that out there. It serves a litany of purposes. And I even had one high-end individual say, Doug, this block won't work at my house. I'm gated and I'm secure and all this. I says, well, how do you turn on your car nowadays, sir? He says, I push a button. I says, well, push a button to lock and unlock your doors. Right? Yeah. People get tired of fumbling with those keys. Those keys, there you go. And my daughter and I, we've been using ours for, I don't know, almost a year now. Okay. We don't lock our top locks during the day. We just go in and out. And overnight, we'll still lock the top. And you can get up to 4 of these key fobs per lock. Okay. Standard is 2, but you can get up to 4. Okay. But you want to be in control, and you don't want to tell everybody. Especially women who are very vulnerable. My heart goes out to. I love protecting my sisters, right? Seen a bunch of bad stuff as a young boy. That's one of the reasons I invented this lock, to stop those people from coming in or stop them from laughing, smiling at you, putting you to sleep and doing God knows what else in your home while you're knocked out. So this is what I have, this revolutionary new unit. I'm gonna take a shot here. You wanna get this camera over here, and we'll show you what we got, okay? And like I said, it's very powerful magnetic locks, click of a key fob here, and you got 600 pounds of resistance strength. And like I said, this is going at the bottom of your front door, back door, side door, garage door, right? But as soon as you kick that key fob, that's 600 pounds of resistance. And when you're ready to get out, there you go, just one kick. Now, a lot of houses have hollow doors, front doors, so we put this stainless steel kick plate in that goes through that hollow door, okay? Yeah. Just in case if they do try to kick, but they would have to go through that kick plate and bring that whole door in before they get into the house. 600 pounds at the click of a key fob, works up to 100, 200 feet away. And again, once it's engaged, soon as I turn the little driveway to go into my house, I'm unlocking the door. That's right. Right, but just when like I'm, you do with your garage. There you go. Yes, but once it's engaged, I'm a pretty strong guy. It's locked. It's locked. Okay. And women would love that convenience and ease. Yeah. Okay.
And that added layer of security.
There you go.
You can't be too secure, to be honest with you.
And only you and the homeowners know that it's there. Yeah. And only you, the homeowner, has the key fob. Yeah. Yeah. So what they're retailing for is $300 plus a $50 installation fee. But today and today only, I'm waiving that installation fee. Oh, wow. So anybody want one of these installed today, by all means, hit me up and we'll get you installed. Okay. And it'll give you that extra peace of mind. That'll work. All right? All right. Thank you. And I'm open for any questions that you may have.
Well, I got a few, but let me get my thing set up here. Does anyone else have a question? You guys can go ahead and go, and I'll answer mine in a second.
And it's one other thing I want to stipulate while he's doing that. You know that little Jimmy bar that everybody puts up? Well, guess what? Some nights you get tired of putting it up, right? Well, how hard is it to click a key fob? And sometimes, every time you leave the house, you can't put that bar up. You can here. You got 600 pounds, right? So it has a lot of potential uses that once it's implemented in place, you can come over here if you want to. You can smile if you want to. You can look at all the things that I've worked so hard to buy if you want to, you know. But I know I have an extra layer of security that's not even out there yet. So this application, putting it at the base of the door in the residential homes, it's going to be gangbusters. So I definitely welcome your support, and and sharing this information so we can get it out. I'm looking for a sales team. I'm looking for installers. It's unlimited business potential out there with this product.
So I'm assuming no one has a question, nobody asked? Okay, all right.
Yes.
Did you say what the cost was of the equipment? I know you said that you're waiving installation.
Yes, 300. It's
That's
just
actually not bad.
And it's one time?
right. One time, and another key thing with that, you don't have to pay those monthly monitoring fees for forever and a day with AT&T, right?
Yeah.
And don't let me get to tell you some of their secrets. You won't like it, you know. Yes.
I have a question. And you probably mentioned this, but so once this is installed, if it's someone that's renting, like myself, am I able to take it?
It's
to
portable.
another resident?
Yes, it is. It's very portable. Yes, ma'am.
And I'm assuming if you are moving into the location, I'm assuming all you are paying for is the reinstall into the location. I'm assuming.
That's correct, because you'll have the equipment.
Right.
Yes.
So then how much is the installation?
I dropped it from 75 to 50. Yeah, that's nothing. So it's and I got instructions in every box that I sell. I should have opened that one up for you. And any guy that know how to play with his little tools can figure it out. But I'm thinking the women, you know, if you guys needed help, we can get it installed for you.
Okay, so my other question, I don't know if this is controversial, but the question really is, are there any laws in place that would stop us from being able to set this up? Like where they might say, well, you can't barricade the door.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The right to protect your residents in this country is primo, okay? It's sad they want to take books out of the schools, but they won't stop the guns from coming into schools. So you got every right in the world to defend yourself.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect segue, because one of my questions, which we talked about before we got started this morning, I think the more scenarios we can plant in a person's mind,
Right.
the better they'll be able to see how they can use what you've created. Talk about how this can be used, because when you said this, brother, it was an awesome idea that's needed. Talk about how this can be used to make schools and classrooms safer. That's heavy.
Absolutely. It's just two really killer incidents that comes to mind. The first one happened a year or two ago with Uvalde, where the cops sit outside and didn't do nothing. Well, the school was tipped off 10 to 15 minutes before that guy even got there, right? And if that principal or that superintendent had one of these on all his major doors going into that building, click, he couldn't have breached the doors. Just that simple, right? And commercial applications on this stuff is running from $2,000 up to $100,000. Well, here with me it's only $300, okay? So that's one incident. And the last one that happened here in Wilder, Georgia, earlier this year, the school teacher, they armed their little badges to trigger the security officers. Probably somewhere eating donuts, who knows? But they took 20 to 25 minutes to get there, and 4 people ended up dying and 9 more got injured. But if that same, they'd had my technology and squeezed that same button, all the doors would have been base locked instantly. Now, how cool is that? Like I said, it ain't the sexiest, ain't the prettiest product, but it would definitely save your life with the click of a mouse. Okay? Any more questions? I love answering questions.
I have another one if no one else has one. All right. So you said it can withstand up to 600 pounds of pressure.
Yes.
I have no idea what that looks like. So can you give us an idea of what that would be equivalent to?
Yes, two ways. They got these stress test meters for magnetic locks, but nobody buys or uses them, right? But you can go to Home Depot or Lowe's, and you can look at their what's called sledge locks. They're high-end, top of the line, and when you read the write-up on there, it says 350 pounds of resistance, right? So they mount that in the center of your door. Well, my lock, you're mounting at the bottom of the door, which increases that resistance strength. Who can kick the bottom of the door open that's got a 600-pound strength of weight up against it, okay? So without getting the machine and actually hooking it up and trying to pull it apart, once it's professionally mounted, we use 3-inch Teflon screws. I know you guys don't know what that is,
No idea.
but that goes into the framing of your door. Okay, so once we mount it in professionally, you can go get Shaq or whomever, and that may be even a good promo to get a real big guy to bang up against this door.
Right.
Because by being at the base of the door, it's simple physics, right? And it's going to be extremely hard to breach.
Okay. All right. So, as an entrepreneur, talk about some of the things that you've had to do from the moment of inception
Right.
to where you are now.
Right.
Because of course, as we also talked about earlier, there are people with good ideas.
That's true.
But have no idea where to start.
That's true.
So give them a few tidbits for us from the moment of inception as to where you are now.
Right. You got a couple things going on there. First, you want to protect your own intellectual rights for what you've done. And I have a patent pending on this product. It's good for a year, if you will. Once you get that in place, then you want to shop out designers. I've got quite a few grand in this thing trying to develop and get it done. But the easiest way to go is like Upwork or Fiverr. Those guys will do just about anything that you can think of pretty cheap, that you can conceive. And as long as they sign your non-disclosure agreements, you give them your thoughts and ideas and they'll create that product for you, okay? So what happened with mine, the gentleman, once we got it perfected, and he said he would mass produce them for me, he changed his mind and said he wouldn't mass produce them for me. So I had to learn how to produce them myself. So I'm my own manufacturer. And it's got over 50 different parts under the hood of this thing. And I'm sourcing products from, a couple countries out of the United States and products in the United States. I'm getting together and putting them together myself. So I'm my own manufacturer, okay, and I'm my own installer. And another thing with the entrepreneur thing is everybody just wants to jump in without actually partaking. If you got someone serious, you get on board with me, you help me blow this up rightfully. Don't come right out the gate looking for money. Don't come right out the gate looking for a piece of the pie. Just come out the gate and look what you can do to help get it out there, okay? Because they're not reporting all the crimes out there. They really are, and especially in our low-income neighborhoods. And there's a couple other things I learned about ADT I think I want everybody to know. We already know Ring Central and those cameras don't call the cops. And most people don't know this. If you don't pay the monitoring fee, you can record me all you want. You can't use it in a court of law.
There's no monitoring.
Most people don't know that, okay? And another thing is some little dirty secret out there called bump keys. And you can go on Google right now and buy this set of bump keys that locksmith used years ago. They can walk right up to your door like they live there, push this little key in and tap it, open your door, steal you blind. And when you leave, you file a claim that you've been stolen, right? You can't prove it to the insurance companies. They won't honor that claim. But Google it when you get a chance. It's called bump keys.
And people are.
Yes. And there's another sad story that goes with that is we don't even know our neighbors. So if I was to pull up to your house right now and back up the truck, is anybody going to come out there and say anything? No. So that's sad. And something else I want everybody to know. It's an app out there called Spot Crime. You can download it right now, put any address in America in there, and you will see all the crimes that have been reported going on in your area. Spot Crime. So that is huge, okay? And what else you got for me?
I got one more. Anybody else? No? Everybody good? Okay. All right. So, what's a two-part question? I can assume the first one I'm asking anyway. What is the overall vision for Quality One Design?
Okay.
And where are you in that process to realizing that vision?
The overall vision that I have is to make just about every residential homeowner out there a whole lot safer with a peace of mind. That's the goal. Right now it's over 140 million houses here in America, and slim to none of them have this product. I don't care if I get 1% of that, right? So, but having said that, you still got apartments, condos, and a whole nine. So the marketing potential is virtually unlimited, right? Right, that's just the residential side. But what I want to do is create a conglomerate for our people, something that we can take, build, and grow with. And my kids made me promise that I wouldn't sell it. okay? And soon as companies blow up with a little piece of something, here comes Google, here comes the big boys. They want to buy you out. But this can serve generations to come. And the whole thing is, I love houses. I love building new houses. I want to create residential subdivisions all across Texas, if you will, and build these locks in from the jump. And I got some very scalable ideas for this product. I just want to get it off the ground and running first. And you'll love those scalable ideas. And the most obvious one, everybody wants the app, right? The phone app. Yeah. Well, it's got a chip to that. Anything that's got a chip in it can be compromised. Sure. So the same person that you smile with and break bread with in your home, you tell them about this lock. Oh yeah, it's got a chip in it. I control it with my phone. Well, you just let him know the only thing he needs to do is compromise that chip.
You can be happy.
So I don't really want that per se, but there is a lot of upswing with entrepreneurship and just opportunities in general. Okay. Think of all the places that are tired of don't come to me after the fact. Nip it in the bud before it gets there. They make seatbelts for a reason, right? Okay. Yeah.
So not to my last question. You don't have to disclose the number, but if someone came to you like the idea, and they're ready to fund your manufacturing efforts, so that you're not just a manufacturer alone.
Right.
I can do this thing. Do you have a number already written down that you say, I need this much to take this thing where it needs to go?
Absolutely. That's part of my business plan. And everybody wants to use AI to do their business plan. Well, I have an MBA in corporate finance. I did my own business plan, okay? And I really hate us trying to appease everybody else in their formalities, you know. I want to do what makes sense for us, okay? And only thing it's going to take is a couple kicks on your door in the middle of the night. And I've had sisters that have called me, said, Doug, somebody knocked on our door in the middle of the night. We didn't know what to do. I said, well, I told you. They already know that the average man, 2 swift kicks, your door is going in. Yeah. I don't care where you're at, what kind of house you got. Yeah. But that can all be avoided if you know more than they do and you implement it.
That's right. And a lot of times they kick the wrong door.
That's true. Yeah. And knowledge and wisdom ain't nothing if you don't implement it. Yeah. This is a viable solution, and I want everybody to have it.
Amen.
Yes.
All right, everybody good?
I got one question. I'm trying to think about how to formulate this. Thank you for talking about the process of the business. Mm-hmm. Because I find a lot of small businesses don't have the cash flow, and then when they go to a bank, they can't get the loan.
That's true.
So what do you suggest? Because I think
it's grassroots, and as I was telling him earlier, I funded my own project earlier this year thinking the sales was just going to take off, and it didn't. And I wasted a lot of money on different avenues and different campaigns, right? You have to hold down your 9 to 5 until your sales skyrocket. That's right. And that way, you don't have to go to the bank begging. And then once they see your cash flowing in that business account, hey, you got something. Banks don't give you money when you need it, right? That's right. They give it to you when they see that you're making it. Right. So that's how you have to do that, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. Yes.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody good? Okay, brother. Thank you very much. We appreciate
all right.
it.
Thank you for having me.
Have a good one.
Good deal.
All right, we will see you guys next Thursday for the next Thursday morning.